Congress APC candidate emphasized the importance of voter accessibility, urging that all eligible voters be given a fair opportunity to exercise their democratic rights.
Governor Lucky Aiyedatiwa, the All Progressives Congress APC candidate in the Ondo State governorship election, arrived at the Ugbonla Stone Jetty in Ilaje local government area early Saturday morning to cast his vote. Aiyedatiwa arrived at Polling Unit 5, Ugbo Ward 4, his Obenla country home at 8:40 a.m. and voted by 8:50 a.m., expressing optimism about the electoral process as other residents exercised their franchise. After voting, the governor praised INEC's organization and efficiency, noting the orderly and transparent process while expressing confidence in his victory. He addressed concerns over voter accessibility, emphasizing the need for all eligible voters to have a fair opportunity to participate.
I believe the people will comport themselves. We are peaceful people in Ondo State. Ondo State has been adjudged to be one of the most safest and peaceful states in Nigeria, and they know what they want and who they want. So I believe the election will be very, very peaceful, credible. I went through the whole process of accreditation before casting my vote, and I believe the INEC officials will do the same at every location. So I want to believe that the process will be very, very transparent, credible, and conclusive at the end of the day.
APC leaders, including former aspirant Olushola Oke and Oluseyi Aletile, commended the voter turnout and expressed confidence in the party's success.
Came from an environment where people have long been yearning for leadership, and there is understanding between the sub-ethnic groups in this area, the Kano, the Arabs, the Port, the Nigerians, because we formally belong to the same division, and so we go into the same direction. And once we deliver our votes here, it reverberates across the state.
Observers are closely monitoring the electoral proceedings to ensure a free and fair outcome. The process of electing the next governor of Ondo State has been concluded here at Ugbo Ward 4, Unit 5 in Obenla, the country home of the APC candidate and governor of Ondo State, Lucky Aiyedatiwa. The impressive turnout of voters and the professional conduct of INEC officials and security agents was an indication of the readiness of the people to promote the democratic process. From Obenla in Ilajelu government area of Ondo State, Wahab Bankole, Osrc News.
In the meantime, residents of Owo also joined their counterparts across the state to exercise their franchise. The Deputy Governor, Dr. Olaide Adelami, who cast his vote at Unit 16, Ward 3 in Igboroko area, expressed confidence of a favorable outcome. Zemo and BMA reports that the exercise was peaceful, and the report is presented from our studios.
It is the long-awaited 2024 governorship election in Ondo State. Here in our local government area, the electorate were orderly as they cast their votes for the candidates of their choice. Security personnel were also on ground to maintain law and order. The Deputy Governor of the state, Dr. Olaide Adelami, who cast his vote at Unit 16, Ward 3, Igboroko, described the exercise as peaceful.
This is the day I've been waiting for us to exercise our constitutional rights. And when I come around, I discover that there were lines, and very, very orderly, and those who were not seated. So the arrangement is seamless. Everything is okay. The turnout here is massive. Don't forget, it's just about past 9 or so, or thereabout, and the place is filled up. And we hope that before the end of the day, all the registered voters will come out to exercise their franchise.
Some of the electorate who spoke with OSRC described the election as one of the most peaceful in the state.
We've been here since 8 o'clock. It's mammoth and people are still preparing. We wonder if we're going to cover it by 2:30 today. And the turnout has been so impressive, peaceful, and what we have been doing is more of the community agenda. That is slightly above 55%. It's been epileptic, but on and off. But in all, we are still here. We are still making progress.
You see, in fact, whatever you need to see there, they are all in here. But here, we are mixing. Igbo and Yoruba. We are all mixing here.
Other areas visited are Iloro, Ijebu, and Iwaro, where the voters also conducted themselves peacefully.
In Idori, Akure South and Akure North local government areas, the state governorship election witnessed a peaceful process as eligible voters demonstrated the level of decorum while exercising their civic responsibilities. Accreditation of voters commenced at 8:30 a.m., followed by the voting exercise, with INEC officials ensuring a seamless process throughout the day. Osrc's Joy Pius reports that the electoral exercise was conducted peacefully with no incident of violence or disruption in the polling units visited.
The Ondo State governorship election commenced in earnest across various wards in Idonre local government area, with eligible voters turning out to exercise their franchise. Accreditation and voting began simultaneously in several polling units, including Lemikon Ward 2 Unit 18, Aladia Toshin Ward 2 Unit 8, Akinremi Ward 5 Unit 1, St. Andrew Mega Primary School, Aladia Toshin Ward 2 Unit 19, and Olatunji Ward 7 Polling Unit 1, Isalu Eyinpetu in Odode Idonre. Political leaders in Idonre local government expressed satisfaction with the conduct of the election, praising the organization and efficiency of the process.
To the glory of God, that the team began peacefully and everybody in the units has been coming peacefully with the mindset to vote the candidate of their choice. And we pray that the thing has just started, that at whatever point there shouldn't be any advent of violence to be unleashed on the polity.
This is a lesson we learned from the northern part of Nigeria. In the rain, in the sun, they will queue up. What I have been able to pass to my people.
In Akure South, Ward 9, Unit 1, INEC officials arrived promptly, ensuring a timely commencement of the voting exercise. Voters across board described the electioneering process as peaceful, with many commending the smooth operations.
Ó lọ ní ìrànwọ́ rẹ̀ sẹ̀. Tí ó bá dẹ̀ ṣe bá ṣe ń ṣàgẹ́dẹ́sọ̀n náà dẹ̀ immediately èèyàn dẹ̀ lọ ń dìbò mí immediately.
A dúpẹ́ lọ́wọ́ Ọlọ́run pé ìbò yóò lọ ní ìrọwọ́rọsẹ̀, kò sí wàhálà, kò sí ìdààmú kankan.
Ó lọ peaceful, kò sí everything went well. I vote in Ward 5 Unit 8 and the election is very conducive. We don't have any problem here.
Party representatives lauded the comportment of voters and the effectiveness of INEC officials, describing the election as orderly and well managed.
If the INEC continue the way they conduct the Ondo State governorship election, yes, we can beat our chest for the future election.
Before now, people like me and others have been providing some level of education to the people, bringing them under control to let them know how they should behave. And not only that, we'll be providing some level of support.
The process, as you can see, is free, fair, and peaceful.
I
got here at about 8:30 this morning, and I saw a long queue, and I took my time, I joined the queue, and I performed my civic responsibility.
Security agencies, including operatives from the Nigeria Police Force and the Nigeria Security and Civil Defense Corps, were deployed to various polling units to maintain order and ensure a safe voting environment. Joy Pius, Osrc News.
You're still watching Osrc News at 7. After the break, voter apathy, logistics challenges mar Ogun local government elections. Please to join us for this and more. You are welcome back. You can watch us live on our website www.osrc.ng, OSRC TV, and on YouTube you can subscribe to our channel OSRC TV Ondo. The governorship candidate of the Social Democratic Party SDP, Bamidele Akinboye, says he expects nothing short of a credible election in the ongoing governorship poll in Ondo State. Akinboye made a remark after casting his vote at Unit 10, Ward 2, Kitibupa area on the state. He said if the process is credible, he would accept the outcome of the election even if he did not emerge a winner. Akinboye lauded the security agent for beefing up security. The SDP candidate also commended the turnout of voters, assuring that more people will still come to exercise their franchise. And talking about security on the governorship election, the Ondo Police Commissioner Abayomi Oladipo has commended the smooth and peaceful conduct of the Ondo State governorship election. The commissioner, who noted the seamless nature of the electoral process observed across the state, linked it to the extensive security measures implemented since the commencement of the election. He noted that various security agencies in Ondo State have collaborated to reinforce law and order, adding that the peaceful atmosphere witnessed a direct result of comprehensive security strategy.
I have gone round up to Ondo East, Akure South. The situation we met on ground there, the voters were comporting themselves. The INEC officials doing their duties, and of course the security agencies, police, including other sister agencies, went around together to monitor and observe the electoral proceedings. I have not heard of any arrest made, even though I heard of vote buying. We have been to those places, they are alleged to vote buying going on, but to be quite honest with you, we have never seen. You can see beside me is the Commissioner of Police, Nigerian Police Mobile Force. You see the immigration, the federal road safety, the civil defense. We all went round. The position of our law is very clear. Whoever alleges must prove. If you say their vote buying is going on, you should be able to substantiate it with material facts. It's not just alleging. So for me, you have not seen. But if there is any agency that have arrested people for vote buying, they will process them according to the law of the land.
And still on the governorship election, residents of Ondo East, Ondo West, and Ilolujoki local government areas have commended the Independent National Electoral Commission (INEC) for a seamless voting process in the governorship election. A visit to various polling units in these areas revealed that the electoral process was conducted peacefully, with voters eagerly participating in their civic duties. Osrc's Omoshiliola Adesoya Ajayi tells us more.
Voters converged on polling centers as early as 8 in the morning to cast their ballots in the governorship election. With the arrival of election officials, citizens formed orderly queues waiting to be accredited and vote. Party agents and observers were present at various polling units to monitor the electoral process, ensuring transparency and fairness. APC Campaign Director General Abiola Makinde commended the electorate's maturity after voting at Ward 10 Unit 10 in Ondo West.
Of course, voters they've conducted themselves very well. No violence, we don't see any form of violence. So I think Nigeria is getting better. Things are getting better by the day, and we have hope that as things, continue this way. We'll have good results.
Member representing Ile-Oluji Oke-Igbo Federal Constituency, Festus Adefiroye, praised the high voter turnout and acknowledged improvements in the electoral process compared to previous elections.
They have done at least every time we are improving on our election. Today, in our environment here, I can say today is a testimony that INEC is improving.
ZLP governorship candidate Abbas Mimiko and Commissioner for Education Laolu Akindolire expressed optimism that the election's outcome would mark.
The law enforcement agencies seem to be living up to the billing. INEC seems to be carrying out their own duties fairly and justly. I had no doubt in my mind that the president will struck the right things to be done.
So I guess be fast, functioning very well.
Others noted that INEC's efforts to ensuring transparency and accountability have been effective.
I can give proofs to INEC. They have done well.
It has been peaceful, not only in Okegbo or Ile-Oluji, but on Charles State. The news we are hearing from everywhere are very pleasant.
Polling units visited included Ward 7 Unit 2 Oboto, Ondo East, Ward 1 Unit 1 Ajiferere, Ward 1 Unit 2 Loro Nepa Ifebaba Ile-Oluji, Ward 7 Units 3, 4 and 5 Ondo West, Ward 10 Unit 10 Ondo, and Oke-Igbo Ward 1 Unit 13. As at the time of filing this report, sorting of results was ongoing at various polling units across the states. Omoshiliola Adesoye Ajayi, Osrc News.
And in the northern state, entrenching good governance for a better living condition of the people. Some of the voters who came out to exercise the civic duty in various units despite the scorching sun expressed confidence that their votes will count. Said Aribisala reports that the election process was however not devoid of hiccups due to late arrival of INEC officials and equipment functionality. Also, residents of Southern Senatorial District of Ondo State have exercised their civic duties in electing a governor for a term of 4 years. Osrc's reporter Omori Olatunbiji reports from the region, noting that the electoral exercise was conducted peacefully across all polling units visited, with no incident of violence or disruption. We'll bring you the reports in the course of the news. And now going to Ogun State, the local government election in the state has been characterized by low amount of voters and logistics challenges at the early stage of the exercise in most council areas. Reports say the election scheduled to be held between 8 in the morning and 3 in the afternoon did not start until 11 in the morning in most of the polling centers. It was also observed that election materials and electoral officials arrived at many local government headquarters as late as 11 in the morning. Residents who turned out for the election expressed disappointment over what they describe as poor arrangement for the exercise. Great. We go on another short break. When we return, we'll bring you more stories. Please stay.
Go.
You're welcome back. President Bola Tinubu will on Sunday receive Indian Prime Minister Narendra Modi for a state visit at the presidential villa in Abuja. Tinubu's special advisor on information and strategy, Bayo Nanuga, in a statement noted that both leaders will exchange signed memoranda of understanding to enhance collaboration in critical sectors. The visit to Nigeria will be first by an Indian prime. Two nations established a strategic partnership. And now we move to the SLO story as we bring you the full reports. And we told you earlier that residents of Southern Senatorial District of Ondo State have exercised their civic duties in electing a governor for a term of 4 years. Osrc's reporter Omoriola Ngweji reports from the region, noted that the electoral exercise was conducted peacefully across all polling units visited with no incident of violence or disruptions.
By 8 a.m., officials of the Independent National Electoral Commission were already stationed at their assigned polling units, preparing for the election scheduled to commence at 8:30 in the morning. Voters were seen checking their names on the posted list in anticipation of the exercise. Accreditation and voting began promptly at the scheduled time. In polling units visited in Odiaye, Ward 1 and 2, the bimodal voter accreditation system, BVAS machines, were functioning optimally and voters maintained decorum while casting their ballots.
The voting started exactly 8:30. Even before 8:30, our people are ground. This is unit 11 in Odiaye, Ward 2. You can see everywhere is filled up. Our people are ready to cast their votes, and the voting started at the right time without any delay.
So the Methodist Primary School polling unit, which is 005 polling units. This is Arami Ayika. The exercise has been going very well. We started very early, and the accreditation went very well. And as you can see, we're almost running off, having recorded about 200 votes and above.
Political party agents who spoke to Osrc confirmed the effectiveness of the BVAS machines and the smooth conduct of the election.
The relationship is very good.
In Okitipupa, Ilaje local government, voters including SDP candidate Bamidele Akingboye praised the electoral process.
I can say that everything is cool and calm here. They comport themselves, and I think everything is going to go on fine. We'll be here until they finish counting, and we'll now tell you what next to do.
We have security operatives here, policemen, civil defense officers, and the military. I mean, they are not the polling booths here, they are just patrolling. I'm sure they are here to maintain law and order.
The situation was similarly positive in Irele local government, where a large turnout of voters was reported.
A
lot of people were here in the morning
very peaceful voting exercise. I'm waiting, for the exercise to close and for the votes to be counted.
I see that these numbers was what we had from the very beginning, even till now. So, as the new constitution says, or the new law says, that we have to wait for the last man to vote. So, I'm happy to see that many people are coming out to vote.
Sorting and counting of ballot papers commenced at 2:30 p.m. as voters waited patiently for the results of the election. Omoriola Humbeji, Osrc News.
And out to foreign news. Dozens of